welcome to Ripple Mobile Arts. Today we're going to do a mosaic project, and we have a few tools that we need. So this is a bisque-fired clay plate. It is going to be painted with some oil paint. We have a variety of mosaics. We have a little cardboard piece to spread the glue, some sand for decoration. We have some paint, we have a soft brush, and we have tacky glue. So the very first step is we want to add some paint, and it's important that it is a thin coat of paint. So we're using some paint. We're going to put a little bit on the edges here, just like this. The main area is the edges. I may want to cover a little bit in the center too. And then what I can do is I can spread out the paint, make it as thin as possible, just like this. Spreading it out, trying to get the entire piece painted. So what you would like to do is finish painting the whole piece, paint the sides, and then let it dry for a few minutes. Make it thin, and we'll be right back. 12 milliliters of the paints. That was every little bit. When we use the brush, the oil paint, we have to kind of dab it on and brush the edges as much as we can. Set it off to the side. It's good to set it on a piece of paper. Oil paint on anything will take a little bit of work to get off, so paint carefully. It does dry fairly quickly, or start to dry fairly quickly. It will sink in, but it's still going to be wet for a little bit. The next step is taking some glue, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a tacky glue. I'm going to pour some out, and I want to pour quite a bit out here. I'm not going to use all of it. That's about all I need for now. I'm going to take my cardboard, and I want to stretch it out. Now I'm trying to stay within the square that I had already laid down, or already carved into the plate. So this is the square. I'm spreading it out fairly thick. I can put this somewhere. I don't want to just set it anywhere. We don't want to get the glue everywhere. So maybe over here. Now when this dries, this glue should be more of a clear color when it's dried, so you won't see the white as much. Now I can start to add the tiles however I want to. I can add all the different shapes. There's all kinds of designs I can add all around it. Take your time, make it as detailed as you want, and put lots of designs on it. So I can fill this up with as many tiles as I'd like. Now, we don't need to fill every space. The rest of the space will be used for sand to decorate. So I'm adding some of the tiles. There's lots of empty space in there. And as I add these tiles, they do start to dry pretty quickly. It's already locking in place for some of it. There's many designs. We can use all of it if we want, but we don't have to use all of it. So with a bowl that we have, I'm going to use the sand. The sand is to decorate. Now I can fill in the empty space, but I can also draw. So I want to shake this a little bit. Don't want to shake it all over. I can actually make a few designs with my glue, and I'll probably end up using it all. So I'm using all my glue. That's about all I have. There's my glue. Now what I can do is I'm going to start adding the sand right over here. Lots of sand carefully placed over the glue. Right here. And it covers the entire area. Now I'm going to move it around just a little bit. I want to get in all those little spaces, and then over the paper I can kind of pour this back. And what I have is there's little specks here sticking to some of the paint. Now what you can do, shake it a little bit more. You can also wait for a few hours before you start adding glue in the tiles, and then if you don't like to see those little speckles there, this paint should be mostly dry after a few hours. So when you add the glue and you add the sand should not stick so much to the paint because it's not wet anymore. I don't mind having a little bit. It kind of adds to it. So there is my simple mosaic plate design. You can make it as detailed as you want. You don't have to add to the sides. You can make it colorful with the tiles, and you can even use some of your own paint for the edges to make it different colors. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy making your plate.